I'm here with Leah from our insurance partner, Boswell Group. And Leah, I thought it'd be good to perhaps chat to you about how landlords go about choosing a suitable insurance policy, because it's a bit like choosing a mortgage product. It's very bespoke to them, their property, what they want. Give us a few pointers about choosing the correct insurance.
So it really does depend on what needs you're looking to be covered and what perils. As a landlord myself, my property is going to be my daughter's inheritance. I want the best cover there is for that. That's a fully comprehensive policy. Landlords that may just want buildings insurance, no accidental damage cover, all different types of perils can be excluded from some products on the market. With ours, it is a fully comprehensive policy, but we would need to talk to that client to be able to establish what needs that they're looking for. We do have several types of cover, levels of cover. Once speaking to that client, we can then determine which policy is actually going to be best for them.
Indeed, I mean, we all know that landlords are very price conscious, and
Sure.
I think we would both give the message that the choice of insurance shouldn't be based on price, because then all insurance policies aren't created equal. They've actually got to look at what is covered.
Sure. There's many different perils that are covered on one policy that are excluded on another, and actually some landlords won't even realise that. They just look at the price, buy the product without realising that, okay, they don't have accidental damage until it comes to making a claim, and then they realise those perils weren't covered in the first place. So I think one, it's good to look online and do your quotes, but then actually call the company, call us, have a discussion with us, and we can then tell you which product is going to suit you best for the needs of that client.
I think it's worth touching on the growing threat of cannabis farming to landlords, because we hear about this increasingly on property tribes, and you are able to provide insurance cover in the eventuality that the tenant starts up a cannabis farm, because the costs involved in repairing that can be very significant, can't they?
Yeah, they're massive actually, and it's a really big growing claim. I think some landlords are not aware at all. A lot of insurers actually exclude it from the policy now. We cover it under malicious damage by tenant, and it's up to the sum insured of that property. What the tenants actually do is gut the property to be able to do it. Offhand, speaking to our claims department here, I think one of our biggest claims was over £80,000. That's a lot of money, especially if you don't have the cover.
Indeed. I think another thing that crops up on property tribes is that, we have lots of questions. I need a policy for a non-standard build or something of that nature. And I think in those cases, the best thing to do is perhaps just to pick up the phone to Boswell Group, and you will be able to advise them what sort of cover you can offer.
Absolutely. Give us a call. You can go on our website, and you've got actually the agents that are on the website, numbers underneath, direct lines. I'm actually on there. My direct line's on there. Be happy to have a chat with you about that, and what needs, what you're looking for, what suits you. Especially with the non-standard construction, that can be quite a grey area with a lot of insurers. We have underwriters that will cover that. We would just need to have a quick chat with you, and then we can determine which policy is best.
So just to finish, Leah, give us a kind of overview of your kind of standard landlord insurance policy and what cover you provide, because it's quite wide-ranging and comprehensive, isn't it?
It is. It's not as a standard policy. It's a comprehensive policy. The perils that come with the policy cannot be removed. So with ourselves, we will cover the accidental damage, malicious damage by tenant, fire, lightning, aircraft, explosion, earthquake. We've got escape of water, subsidence. You also get your £5 million public liability. A lot of insurers are only doing £2 million, and we will cover the £10 million public liability. So we've got £5 million public liability, £10 million employers liability. That's if you've got a worker going into the property, plumber, electrician, whilst they're there, they're effectively working for you. That cover comes with that policy.
Well, fantastic, and I think it's really worth reiterating that you do get what you pay for, and the last thing you want to happen to you is to find that something horrendous has happened at your property and to look at your insurance and think, oh my God, I'm not covered.
Your money. At the end of the day, that property is your money. Yes, it's in a building, but at the end of the day, it is an asset. It's a massive asset that you need covering. Any landlord should be taking out a landlord's policy. Just give us a call, and we can then determine which one that suits you.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining me, and do get in touch with Boswell Group for your insurance needs, and who knows, you may even be speaking to Leah.